Good morning, children. Children, today in Basic Principles of Organic Chemistry chapter, we are going to learn about types of reagent and electronic effects in organic reaction. That is, we are going to learn inductive effect in this video. So let's start. Children, types of reagent. Reagent is the term which I introduced you in the last lecture, and this is the compound which used to react with substrate to give byproduct and product in an organic reaction. Children, here we are going to talk about the reagent who are participating in polar organic reactions. In polar organic reactions, there are two types of reagents. Type 1 is electrophile and type 2 is nucleophile. Children, these two types are on the basis on the ability of accepting or donating electrons from or to the substrate, I would say. So let's start electrophile. As you see on the screen, electrophile is represented by E, and one positive charge is also there with capital E. Nucleophile is represented with Nu, with one pair of electron. Electrophile. Children, electrophile represented with E positive charge. Electrophile is made up of electro plus phile, the two terms. Electro has come from electron, phile means loving. All those species which used to attract electron, attract negative charge, or we can say here electrophiles are those who used to accept electron from substrate, the reagent that accept an electron pair, or they are electron seeking, or they are electron deficient, they are electrophiles, and the reaction will be called as electrophilic reaction. Children, this is because these themselves are electron deficient. And the next point I want to tell you, children, the electrophile, that means the reagent which is behaving as electrophile, will used to be attacked on the substrate which is nucleophilic center there, or I would say the electrophile will attack to the nucleophilic center of the substrate. So children, for example, a positively charged ion like bromonium, Br positive charge, it is electrophile because it is having positive charge, it is electron deficient. And all the neutral species like aluminium chloride, aluminium used to have 3 covalent bonds with 3 chlorine atoms, so basically it is having 6 electrons, so it is electron deficient here. That is why aluminium chloride is considered as a electrophile. Now let's talk about nucleophile. Nucleophile. Again children, nucleophile term is made up of nucleo plus phile. Nucleo term has come from nucleus, phile means loving. All those species which used to attract positive charge. Why? Because they are electron rich. Nucleophiles used to give away their electron to substrate. The reagent that gives away an electron pair, or they are nucleus seeking, are nucleophiles, and the reaction would be nucleophilic. Children, during a polar organic reaction, a nucleophile attacks an electrophilic center of the substrate. So here we can say the example of nucleophiles are all those negatively charged species like OH ion. Negative charge is indicating they are electron rich, that is why they are nucleophile. And the neutral species like water having lone pair of electrons. Here in water, oxygen is the atom having 6 electron in valence shell, and out of 6, 2 electrons are bonded with single covalent bond with hydrogen atoms, and other 2 lone pairs of electrons are there with oxygen atom. That is why it is considered as nucleophile, because it is having 2 lone pairs of electrons. Children, this point I told you, the polyatomic electrophile has an electrodeficient atom in it, which is called electrophilic center. Like in AlCl3, aluminium is electron deficient atom. That is what it is called, electrophilic center. And like in water, oxygen is nucleophilic center because it is having lone pair of electrons. Now children, let's take one example how nucleophile used to react with electrophile. Let's take one example from inorganic chemistry. There is one molecule ammonia here, and ammonia is having this nitrogen atom containing one lone pair of electron, whereas boron trifluoride is a compound where you are seeing boron is electron deficient. What will happen then? The nucleophilic center nitrogen will attack to the electrophilic center B in BF3 to give you the product. This is how the reaction happens, children. Now, electronic effects in organic reaction. Now, the question is how electrophilic and nucleophilic centers are generated in neutral substrate. We are talking about substrate now. Children, displacement of valence electrons within the organic molecule give rise to polarization. Polarization means acquiring positive and negative charge within the molecule. And because of the displacement of valence electron, when positive or negative charge is acquired by the molecule, is called as electronic effect. Electronic effects are the permanent effects, and two electronic effects we are going to learn here. One is inductive effect and second effect is the resonance effect. Resonance effect is also called as mesomeric effect. Children, there is one more effect which is also called as electromeric effect. This is the effect which used to happen when attacking reagent approach to the substrate. And as soon as I remove that attacking reagent, this electromeric effect will also be vanished. That is why we always consider electromeric effect is the temporary effect. It is not the permanent effect. It will happen when any reagent is approaching to the substrate, otherwise not. So let's start inductive effect. As I said, the two electronic effects in an organic molecule, and this is due to the presence of an atom or substituent group within the molecule. The two effects are inductive effect and resonance effect. So let's start, children. Inductive effect. Before inductive effect, I want to tell you one term, polar covalent bond. Children, covalent bond, we know covalent bond used to form in between two atoms by sharing of electrons. The electron pair will used to be benefited both the atoms which are involving in a covalent bonding. The polar covalent bonding is one of the type of covalent bond. When two atoms are bonded together, and if we are saying their bond is developed as polar covalent bond, that means one of the atom is more electronegative atom than the other one. and that more electronegative atom used to pull the shared pair of electron towards itself a little, and that is why the more electronegative atom will acquire partial negative charge and the other one will acquire partial positive charge. Children, inductive effect is actually the process of displacement of electrons along the chain of the carbon atoms due to the presence of polar covalent bond at the end of the chain. This is the permanent effect, and it used to be represented by this kind of arrows. For example, this is one compound like ethyl chloride, and the bond which is developed in between carbon and chlorine here is polar covalent bond, where chlorine is more electronegative than carbon. So what will happen? The shared pair of electron will be pulled towards the chlorine atom. So it will acquire the partial negative charge, and carbon would acquire partial positive charge. Children, this inductive effect used to be seen in a chain, at least up to third carbon atom. So the electrons which are shared in between carbon 1 and carbon 2, these are also a little shifted towards the chlorine side. This is what you call inductive effect. Let's take one more example. Like this is the example where you are seeing the in chain there are 4 carbon atoms and at the end there is one chlorine atom. So quite obvious, because the polar covalent bond is present in between the carbon and chlorine atom, the electron pair will be pulled towards the chlorine atom because of its high electronegativity, and the electron displacement will be seen in between carbon 1 and carbon 2, and also in between carbon 2 and carbon 3. But it is noted that this effect decreases sharply as we are moving away from the atom which is involving in the polar covalent bonding, like chlorine and carbon. If we are moving away from the chlorine towards the carbon atom, it is decreasing and becomes negligible from the fourth carbon atom onwards. Children, according to this ability of group substituent, the inductive effect is classified into two categories: minus I effect and plus I effect. Minus I effect will be shown by all those substituents who are electron withdrawing group. It is called as minus I effect, and they used to pull the shared pair of electron towards themselves. The other examples which used to show the minus I effect is NO2 group, cyanide group, carboxylic acid group. Esters also used to show minus I effect. And the other category is plus I effect. All the alkyl groups are electron releasing group. They used to give away little their electron pair to the group which used to pull the electron pair. So alkyl groups are the one which used to show plus I effect. So children, this is all about the inductive effect in the organic reaction. Thank you children.